Welcome back to another explainer. Today, we're zeroing in on a rapidly growing global health crisis. It's one that actually affects millions of families, yet, it often goes completely under the radar until it's just too late. I'm talking about the silent epidemic of myopia. But hey, here's the good news. This is a crisis we actually have the tools to fight right now. So today, we're exploring the driving force behind Myopia Awareness Week 2026, and we'll unpack exactly why their theme, Start Early, Protect Vision for Life, is just so absolutely crucial for the next generation. Okay, let's dive right into this. Current studies are projecting something pretty wild. By the year 2050, half of the entire world's population is projected to be affected by myopia. Half! We're talking roughly 5 billion people. Just to put that into perspective, the sheer scale of this issue is absolutely staggering. It takes this from being just a minor individual inconvenience to a massive global public health challenge that we literally cannot afford to ignore anymore. Now, to really grasp why that projection is so alarming, we kind of need to redefine what myopia actually is. A lot of us just call it nearsightedness, right? We tend to brush it off as merely, oh, they just need glasses. But medically speaking, it's an increasingly common and serious ocular disorder. In fact, it's actually the leading cause of visual impairment in children. If we just let it progress unchecked, we aren't just talking about kids needing thicker lenses. We're talking about a severe condition that can lead to permanent visual impairment, and in the absolute worst cases, even blindness. So the stakes here are incredibly high. Leaving this uncorrected is literally a leading cause of blindness and vision impairment worldwide. But there's a really hopeful alternative here: managed myopia. Through early intervention and proactive treatment, we can actually prevent the onset or drastically slow down the progression of this disorder. It's a real game changer. We're no longer just helpless bystanders watching our vision deteriorate. We can actually step in and actively manage it. And that brings us to the core of the solution, Myopia Awareness Week 2026. Running from May 18th to the 24th, this is a massive public health campaign spearheaded by the Breen-Holden Vision Institute and the Review of Myopia Management. Their rallying cry this year is clear, it's inspiring, and honestly, it's super urgent. Start early, protect vision for life. It's a major call to action designed to tackle this crisis head-on through coordinated, early intervention rather than just sitting back and waiting for vision problems to become severe. Kristen Daly, the executive editor of the Review of Myopia Management, really hits the nail on the head and humanizes this mission. She points out that Myopia Awareness Week is more than just a campaign. It is a coordinated effort to protect the vision and futures of the next generation. If you're a parent, a caregiver, or an educator watching this explainer right now, this speaks directly to you. The changes we make today and how we manage children's eye health literally dictate how clearly they're going to see their futures tomorrow. Section 1. 3 clear actions. How to protect vision today. So awareness is great, but action is what actually changes those statistics, right? Here are 3 straightforward, highly actionable steps the campaign is really pushing. First up, book regular eye exams for school-aged children. Don't wait for them to complain about not being able to see the whiteboard. Get them checked early. Second, encourage daily outdoor play. And third, keep spreading the word about myopia's effects on eye health within your own community. What's so powerful about these solutions is just how accessible they are. We aren't talking about expensive, out-of-reach medical procedures here. These are just simple, everyday habits. And the absolutely crucial point here is the number 2 to 3. That's the recommended number of hours for daily outdoor play for kids aged 6 and older. And honestly, for adults too, which probably means we all need to step away from our screens for a bit after this explainer. It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But this surprisingly low-tech lifestyle change is profoundly effective for preventing or delaying the onset of myopia. Literally, just getting outside and taking a break from close-up work is one of the very best defenses we have. The science behind this is actually fascinating. This recommendation is heavily backed by the International Myopia Institute's recent white paper on the role of light. It turns out the specific quality and intensity of natural outdoor light is absolutely vital for overall eye health and development. But beyond just prevention, acting early matters so much because if myopia is already present, catching it early identifies the issue way before it starts hindering a child's learning. Plus, thanks to modern science, eye care professionals now have an expanding toolkit of clinical treatments specifically tailored to slow that progression right down. Section 2. Tools for early intervention. Equipping eye care professionals. Now, to really empower those professionals on the front lines, the Breen-Holden Vision Institute is rolling out a major new feature for their already widely used myopia calculator. They're adding a brand new risk of myopia function. This tool lets clinicians input a patient's genetic history alongside their current lifestyle factors to predict their unique risk profile. It totally shifts the dynamic, you know? It allows doctors to have highly personalized, evidence-based, and genuinely impactful conversations with parents about their kids' specific vision trajectory. Yvette Waddell, the CEO over at BHVI, captures this synergy perfectly. She says, "This year, we're bringing in a greater public health focus to the campaign, equipping clinicians with resources to help raise awareness of myopia among the public. It's all about bridging that gap. By handing clinicians the right tools and communication resources, this campaign essentially turns every eye doctor's office into an educational hub for public health. It ensures the message reaches patients right at the point of care where it matters most." Which brings us to how you, your community organization, your school, or your local clinic can actively join in on this movement. The organizers have made it incredibly easy to jump in by offering a completely complimentary campaign toolkit. When you sign up as an official supporter, you get instant access to the whole shebang, ready-to-use graphics, posters, and comprehensive educational resources. It's exactly what you need to confidently spread the word and start making a real, localized impact during Myopia Awareness Week and beyond. Well, we've definitely covered a lot of ground in this explainer, from those staggering global projections to the cool clinical innovations helping us fight back. But ultimately, turning the tide on this epidemic comes right down to the daily choices we make in our own homes. So I really want to leave you with this question to chew on. What simple habits are you going to change today? Whether it's finally scheduling that overdue eye exam or just enforcing an extra hour of outdoor play so the next generation can see a longer, clearer tomorrow. The power to protect their vision is literally in our hands. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep focusing on the facts.